Hello everybody and welcome back to Cobbler's Vlogs, where today I'm in a good mood. Hope you're in a good mood because it is the best, by far the best weekend on the football calendar, and it is the FA Cup first round where non-league teams enter against the League 1 and 2 clubs. There's big ties, there's some not so big ties, so let's have a look at this very big tie between Chippenham Town and Northampton Town. Obviously my team, Northampton Town, so hopefully the Cobblers can get through unscathed against Chippenham. We're going to have a look at some of the threats that Chippenham may pose. So what we're waiting for, let's get into this match preview. So before we get into this, a bit of background. Chippenham Town, they play in the National League South, which is 3 leagues below, three leagues technically below League 2. So you have League 2, then you have the National League North, then the National League South. So yeah, 3 leagues below League 2 where the Cobblers are. So for this, it's like Cobblers playing a Premier League team. That's sort of the equivalent for Chippenham. Obviously we're not a Premier League team, but they are absolutely delighted to be at home to one of the 92 league clubs. That's a massive time for them. It's a massive thing for them, and they're going to be, it's going to be a great event for them in terms of the actual match on Sunday. It's going to be a sellout game as well. Cobblers should take a few down there, hopefully, to back the boys. So looking at in terms of the actual form, then this is a massive game for them. They wanted it televised as well. Obviously it's not going to be televised, it's going to be part of the match of the day highlights thing. But looking at Chippenham Town, it won't let me select them for some reason. So Chippenham Town, their last 3 results have been a 0-0 draw. Last weekend they drew 0-0 to Welling United at home. The week before that they drew 1-1 with Dartford, and then the week before that it was a 3-0 win for them, I think, in the FA Cup. If we just have a look at the match report on their website, it just says Cup here, so I assume it was the FA Cup. They got a 3-0 win and went through as well in that one. So, it was the Emirates FA Cup 4th qualifying round. So, they're undefeated in their last 3, Chippenham. They're on a good run of form, so they are going to be up for this one. In terms of their league position, if this was a League 2 team, we'd normally look at their league position. So, we'll have a look at their league position in terms of the National League South. They're currently sat down in 14th place, having played 15 games this season with 4 wins, 7 draws, 4 defeats, and they are sat on 19 points. The most recent league form is draw, draw, win, draw, draw. So they're in decent form. They're a drawing side, so maybe, could you imagine that, a Tuesday night replay at Sixfield? That is not something that would suit the Cobblers. Looking at the Cobblers then, in terms of their form, we are currently sat in 9th place in League 2 for any Chippenham Town fans watching. We've played 17 games, won 7, drawn 4, lost 6. So if we look at the actual form ourselves, obviously last week we 2-0 up against Oldham and managed to bottle it and drew 2-2. The week before that, it was a win against Cambridge United by 2-0. And then the week before that, for the Tuesday of that week, it was a 2-0 win against Carlisle United. So the Cobblers are undefeated in their last 3. Chippenham are undefeated in their last 3. Both have drawn their last game, so both are going to be up for this one, and possibly both need to win. So they're both in good form, so it's set for a cracking FA Cup tie. So what we're waiting for, let's have a look at who's going to be causing problems. Right, okay, so we'll get started with the threats that the Cobblers could pose. Obviously, if you're a Chippenham Town fan watching this, you're going to be looking out for the likes of number 10, Nicky Adams, number 7, Sam Hoskins, 11, Andy Williams. They're going to be sort of the main attacking threats. Most Chippenham fans will be aware of probably Scott Pollock, who started down in the sort of lower national leagues with #United as well, so you may be familiar with him, especially the younger fans who watch the YouTube and stuff like that. So yeah, the likes of Scott Pollock as well could cause a problem. We've also got the centre midfielders of Alan McCormack, Chris Lyons as well. Sean McWilliams unfortunately is injured. Charlie Good at the back as well is one to watch out for, and you'll probably see Steve Arnold starting goals. So they're the sort of players that you may see a threat from. If we do go weak, Chippenham fans, you may see the likes of Billy Waters, players like that, for Dane Oliver, sort of fringe players that haven't really been given much of a chance this season or have just come off the bench. Looking at the Chippenham squad then, I'm going to be honest, no disrespect to Chippenham, I'm not sure who's going to be causing a threat, but I'm looking at their defenders, and I've heard a lot about Will Richards, a centre-back, bigger physical centre-back. But again, Elias Youssef is an attacking midfielder. who I've heard a lot about as well on Twitter. He could be causing a threat to the Cobblers as well. Some of the other attacking midfielders, Adriel George, Luke Hopper, and Tariq Osai, all look like they could be a threat for Chippenham. Their wide midfielders on their website is Gary Horgan. So again, another one that could cause a threat. The attackers as well to look out for, Cobblers fans: Carnell Chambers, Nat Jarvis, David Pratt, and Christopher Zabrowski. All four of those highly rated by the Chippenham fans as well. So Carnell Chambers, Nat Jarvis, David Pratt, and Christopher Zabrowski are all ones. Christopher Zabrowski is a name that I do recognise actually. So yeah, all could cause the Cobblers problems on Sunday afternoon. But what we are going to do is somebody that can tell you much more about Chippenham Town than I can is Rebecca, who's a Chippenham fan, first of the many Chippenham fans actually. So thanks to Chippenham for sharing our tweet and trying to get as many of their fans involved as possible. We went first come, first serve. Rebecca was first. So Rebecca, it's over to you to tell us all about Chippenham Town. Thanks again to Rebecca. I will leave her link to her Twitter in the description so you can go and give her a follow. But yeah, Rebecca, over to you.
So I'm Becca and I'm a massive Chippenham Town fan. I honestly couldn't be more excited for Sunday. So we've consistently placed kind of mid-table for the past few seasons, but I definitely think we can push on this season to something like 9th or 10th, and definitely the top half of the table would be really, really good for us, to be honest. Like any Chippenham Town fan would say that the top half of the table would be a good achievement for the season. Key players for Sunday is really hard to pick, just a few. One of our centre-backs, I would say, Will Richards. He's just come back from a wrist or arm injury, I think. And he's really solid, one of the best defenders I think I've ever seen play at our level. Our front three definitely are really informed, so Chris Zabrowski is a big target man, can really hurt teams, and Carnell Chambers and Nat Jarvis both got pace that can really, really attack teams' defences. And they have done this season and previous seasons before this. And yeah, and finally my score prediction. I am feeling relatively confident, like clearly we are underdogs. However, I think that we could possibly just sneak a 2-1. I think Northampton will probably go 1-0 up. Or I don't know, it's hard actually. I think we'll go 1-0 up and then Northampton will probably equalise. I think we might be able to snatch it in the last few minutes of the game, which would be a dream. But clearly we are the underdogs. And obviously just to get to the first round proper for us is a massive achievement for the club. And shout out to Mark Collier and our chairman Neil Blackmore, have done so much for the club. And yeah, see you Sunday, I guess.
Okay, so finally, thank you very much to Rebecca as well. Like I said, I'll leave a Twitter link down below so you can go and give her a follow for all the Chippenham Town news. The Chippenham Town social media officers also sent me a message asking me to do like a little preview for the Chippenham Town website. So I'll link that below once it's up on the Chippenham website so you can go and give that a read as well. But massive thank you for watching this video. All that's left for me to do is give the score predictions. I'm going to go for a 3-0 Cobblers win. I think Andy Williams is going to get 2 and Nicky Adams is going to get his first one for the Cobblers, I think it'll be his first one, won't it? So yeah, that's what I'm going to hope for. Drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed it. It's not going to be easy. All the best to Chippenham Town as well for the rest of the season, because we're probably not going to see them for a long time unless we go to a replay. But yeah, drop a like on the video if you have enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.